Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join this workshop on language and communication. Today we'll explore simple strategies you can use at home to support your child's speech, language, and overall communication skills. Your involvement and encouragement make a huge difference in your child's growth, and I'm excited to share practical tips that can easily fit into your daily routines. Language and development stages. Children progress from cooing and babbling as infants to simple words in toddlers to full sentences in preschoolers. Understanding these stages help families know what to expect. Infants progress from cooing and babbling to their first attempts at words. By the time they hit the toddler stage, they begin using simple words and short phrases to communicate their needs and ideas. By the time they hit the preschool stage, children are using full sentences to ask questions and ask more questions and ask more questions. And they start using grammar more correctly. Understanding these stages, knowing typical language milestones help families recognize what to expect at each stage, support development appropriately, seek guidance if delays or concerns arise. Importance of talking with your child. Everyday conversations, even brief interactions, build vocabulary and strengthen listening skills. Narrate routines, describe objects, and ask open-ended questions. You want to talk to your child every day, even if it's just brief little conversations, interactions throughout the day. It helps them develop their language skills. Regular conversations introduce new words and teaches children to listen and respond. Describe what you're doing during meal times or while you're getting dressed or while you're playing with them. I'm pouring the milk now. Now we're stirring dinner. You want to name and describe items that children interact with to expand their understanding. This is a bouncy red ball. I can squish it. It's squishy. It's soft. And then you want to ask open-ended questions. You want to encourage them to think and take longer responses. What do you see outside? How did that make you feel? During snack time, you're eating a crunchy red apple. What color is it? Oh, it's red. Yum, it's red. Apples are red. Reading out loud every day is one of the strongest ways to build early language and literacy skills. When children hear stories, they're learning new words, sentence structures, and ideas. Reading strengthens comprehension because children learn how stories work. They have the beginning, the middle, and the end. Picture books are also great because the images help children connect words to meaning. Songs and rhythms also support language development. They teach rhythm, patterns, and memory. Those songs, they stick. I remember there used to be a show on Nickelodeon back in the 80s called The Elephant Show, and every time that show ended, they sang the Skidamarinky Dinky Dink song. I completely forgot about it until I entered this field and I heard the song one day. I remembered every word. I remembered all the hand motions. It never went away. I'm in my 40s. I mean, I couldn't have been more than 3, maybe 2 whenever I saw that show. Storytelling doesn't always require a book either. Parents can share family stories or make up simple tales. My mother-in-law loves to tell the story about how every night when they were putting my husband to bed, they had a story about a duck, and her husband would swap nights, and they would just come up with the craziest stuff that this duck would do. And it was almost like a little game between them, like who could pick up the story and make the duck have the duck go on and do something else crazy. The most important part is consistency. A few minutes of reading every day creates long-term impacts. Bilingual language support. Dual language learning is not confusing for children. It's actually beneficial and it enriches their development. Their brains are like little sponges. So if you want your child to learn a second language, now's the time. Maintaining a child's home language is incredibly important. It's the foundation of all their future language learning. Children who continue using their home language while learning a second language often develop stronger communication skills overall. Knowing two languages boosts cognitive skills like memory, problem solving, and flexible thinking. A strong first language helps children understand and learn a second one a lot easier. Families can support both languages by speaking, reading, and singing in their home language every day. Play-based communication. Activities like pretend play, singing, and role-playing encourage social interactions, taking turns in expressive language. Pretend play helps children explore roles, share their ideas, and practice social interactions. Singing supports the memory and rhythm in expressive language development. Role-playing encourages taking turns, empathy, and communication skills. The overall benefit from these activities builds confidence, social skills, and expressive language in a fun and engaging way. Supporting children with delays. Detecting speech or language delays as early as possible is critical. Early support can prevent gaps in communication skills and boost confidence. It can also help with the frustration where the child is trying to tell you what they need and you're not really understanding what they need. And then they have a meltdown and you can't really understand them. Intervention may include speech therapy, language-rich activities, or developmental monitoring. Repetition and positive reinforcement are key. Encourage children to practice words and sentences regularly. Positive reinforcement encourages learning and motivates them. For example, you can tell them, "I love how you asked for that. Great job saying that." You can give them stickers or high fives. Families play a key role in enforcing therapy goals. Caregivers can learn strategies from therapists and incorporate them naturally into your routines. Consistent practice at home accelerates progress and builds their confidence. Everyday activities become learning opportunities. Meal times, bath times, getting dressed, or playtimes. You can just ask them, to request an item by its name. Do you want this? What is this? You're right, it's a cup. I love how you did that. Thank you. You can also role play and pretend play during chores and games. That enforces new vocabulary and turn-taking skills. Combining early intervention, repetition, positive reinforcement, and family support helps children develop stronger social and expressive language skills, encourages their independence, communication confidence, and helps have positive parent-child interactions. Listening and responding. Modeling active listening and responding to children's attempts to communicate fosters confidence and language growth. You want to show your child that their words matter by giving them your full attention. I'm the world's worst. I'll be looking at my phone, responding to a text, looking at my laptop, responding to an email, watching TV while my child is talking to me. He's old enough now where he'll be like, "Okay, Mom, I'll come back later." But that's not fair because he's trying to talk to me. He's trying to get my full attention. We want to respond to every attempt of communication from our children. Even partial words or gestures deserve acknowledgement. Positive responses build self-esteem and encourage more communication. If you're just sitting there going, okay, they're going to know that you're not paying attention to them. So they're either going to do something to make you pay attention to them, or they're going to give up and walk off. Repeating, expanding, and commenting on your child's speech helps develop vocabulary and sentence structure. For example, child says ball, you can say, yes, that is a red ball. Let's roll it together. You just really just want to listen to them and respond and have a conversation with them. Integrating communication in daily life. Simple strategies like naming objects, giving choices, and describing daily routines make language learning natural and fun. You, again, want to incorporate language into your daily routines, like their meal times, their getting dressed, their play times. Label the items the child interacts with. You got a cup, you got a spoon, you got a car. Offer them choices. Encourage the child to make the choices. Do you want the red cup or do you want the blue cup? This helps promote expressive language. Describe your daily routines. Talk through the steps as you do them. First we put on one sock, then we put on the next sock, then we put on one shoe, we put on the next shoe, then we tie them, then we tie this one, and now we're ready to go. This models sentence structure. Turning routines into playful interactions keep children engaged and reinforces language naturally. Thank you again for coming and for your commitment to supporting a child's communication development. Remember, small daily interactions like naming objects, offering choices, and responding to your child's attempts to communicate can make a big difference. Keep practicing, stay positive, and celebrate every step of progress. Your support truly helps your child gain confidence in language skills in a fun and natural way.